In today's video, you're going to learn how to trade market structure. First of all, we're going to dive into how to identify market structure. Then we're going to look at how to take trades using it. And then we're going to show you a trade example showing you 4 simple confluences that you can copy and paste onto your own chart so that as soon as this video ends, you can start trading market structure to achieve results just like these. Now, without further ado, let's dive straight in. Now let's start with the basics. What is market structure? Now, market structure is something as simple as identifying an overall uptrend where you're forming higher highs and higher lows, and a downtrend is identifying something as simple where you're creating lower lows and lower highs. Now, the overall aim of the game with trading market structure is that you understand when the market is impulsing in towards the upside and when the market is making a retracement back in towards the downside. And this is more specifically for an overall uptrend, because what we want to be doing when trading market structure is waiting for the orange zone that we have here on my chart to be over so that we can then take a long position to then trade the next impulse in towards a new higher high. And when we're looking at an overall downtrend, what we then want to do is we want to wait for the overall impulse in towards the downside to take place, the retracement in towards the upside then to happen so that we can then take a short position into what potentially could be a new lower low. Now, what this looks like on an actual chart itself is very, very simple. All you want to do is start on the most recent piece of price action, which is this candlestick over here. And from that candlestick, you want to start moving towards the left, where you at some point in time will identify a high. Now, once that high has been identified, you want to keep following market structure all the way back down in towards what is then the lowest piece of market structure. Now, what we then have is an impulse from the low in towards the overall high. And if we then identify what market structure that broke, we can then say, hey, here we have an overall break of structure. So what this would look like if we draw it out is an impulse in towards the highs, a retracement in towards the downside, an impulse in towards a new higher high, and now we're currently making a retracement in towards the downside. Now, what this then means here is that we're currently trading within the overall orange zone where we're making an overall pullback. Now, again, if you remember from the beginning of this video, what are we looking to understand? We're looking to understand when the orange zone is over so that we can trade the next impulse in towards where? In towards a new higher high, and then we want to rinse and repeat. That's all we're going to be doing. We're going to be waiting once that overall impulse in towards the highs takes place for the next overall retracement to happen, and then from there we're going to look for the next overall impulse in towards the highs again to take place. And all we're simply going to be doing is taking the long, and the long endlessly until the overall market structure starts breaking. So what we can see here is that, okay, we see that the overall retracement is happening, but then you probably are wondering, when can I actually enter? Now, that's where 2 other confluences come in hand, because first of all, we have indeed market structure that is bullish from the overall swing low here towards the overall swing high. Second of all, what we're going to be waiting for when trading market structure is a retracement in towards the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. And if you're wondering what settings I'm using here, it's a 0, the 0.5, and the 1. So what we wait for here is a retracement at least in towards the 0.5 Fib. And I'm going to make this line nice and thin. Now, the final and third piece of confluence that you then want to be using here to trade market structure profitably is waiting for something called liquidity. And liquidity can be as simple as looking within the overall impulse that you have here in towards the highs for a little bump in the road. And a little bump in the road, I like calling it a bump in the road, is nothing more than these little small pullbacks within that overall impulse. And these little small pullbacks, those are going to be liquidity lows, underneath which lies liquidity, which will often act as an area of so-called demand. And once the market retraces into them, they can cause the market to continue pushing up higher. So what we have here on this overall impulse in towards the highs here is a very clear liquidity low situated here. This is the overall little bump in the road, which aligns with the 0.5 Fib. And as you can see, we had one here, we had one here, and we had one here. Now, ideally, you want them to align with the 0.5 Fib or below, hence why for now, the focus lies on taking this overall liquidity low here. Now, if you paid attention, again, with market structure, the overall swing low, which is this low here, this is the swing high, but the overall swing low should always remain protected, meaning that this should not be broken. We don't expect price to come here and then head up higher. No, we expect the low to be respected every single time. So if you're then wondering, where do I place my stop loss when trading market structure? It can be as simple as putting the stop loss underneath the low and then again, targeting a new higher high. So this is how simple market structure can be trading using 3 simple confluences. And you can see here, the market keeps on bouncing from the 0.5 fib. And then what does the market do? It forms a new higher high. So what I'm going to do here is just remove the risk to reward tool for a second. And we're going to adjust the overall impulsive phase in towards the highs, because it seems now that the overall pullback phase has started. Now, at this moment, we do the exact same thing. We understand that here we have a swing low and here we have a swing high. This here is the overall impulse in towards the upside, and the overall pullback has started. Where do we expect the overall pullback to happen towards? Towards 0.5 fib, which is the blue line here. That has now happened. Within the overall impulse in towards the highs, where is liquidity positioned? Liquidity is positioned in 2 different spots, this low here and this low here. So what we can do is we can enter, very simply said, without even thinking, on the liquidity low, the very first liquidity low underneath the 0.5 fib, stop loss underneath the lows, and we can target a new higher high, again for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Now, what we then see happening here is that the market starts to retrace. It tags us in and even took out the lowest liquidity low. As we can see, the overall swing low here is being respected so far. And what then happens is that the market eventually continues pushing back up in towards a new higher high. And as we can see now, the overall first position that we took on top of the overall liquidity low with the stop loss underneath the lows, that one has now, in a second, let's see, indeed hit TP. The second position that we took also now hit TP. Now, for setups like this, I use a fixed 1 to 2 risk to reward. And as you can see, guys, all you need is market structure. That is how simple trading can be. No indicators, no overcomplication of looking at 20 different time frames. No, this is purely and only focusing on the 4-hour time frame, waiting for the right moment to enter, which is on top of liquidity. And obviously, guys, you want to be looking at pairs that are always going to be trending very, very hard. For example, this pair has now been trending extremely hard in towards the upside. And that's why I definitely recommend using this strategy on pairs that tend to trend very, very hard, such as dollar pairs or yen pairs. Now, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know in the comments section down below, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Thanks.